Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Fish Academy. In today's video, I just want to use this medium to enlighten you on the possible challenges that you can face as a fish farmer, both for the large and the medium and small scale fish farmers. The challenge are not much, but if you are serious with what you are doing and you want to succeed, actually, you know that challenges are in all sectors, all sections of businesses, be it in government, in church, mosque. There are challenges everywhere. So you don't run away from your challenges when they come around, especially you being the CEO of your business. It's not easy to manage a business, to own a business. That is the reason why most people, they prefer to work for someone for a little pay than for them to go and establish their own business and be facing risks. I do tell people, you can only succeed in life if you are ready to be a risk taker. That is only when you can succeed in life. Like myself, I have my challenges, but I try to ensure I don't make those challenges don't weigh me down. And I move around. I have my own business in Port Harcourt, but I can tell you the challenge I'm having now is that I move around everywhere. Everybody are inviting me, though I don't want to see it as a challenge, but I see it as something that will you understand. Like on Friday, on the 18th of October, I left Port Harcourt down to Abuja to visit a site where I informed some of you, and from there I left Abuja on the 20th of October 2019 off to Oyo State. Right now as I speak, I'm in Oyo, and from here I'm hoping to return back to Port Harcourt, and then on Friday, on Thursday hopefully, and then on Friday head east down to Enugu, Nigeria. That is what my job has like turned me to a traveler, moving from one place to the other, which I derive pleasure in doing business in that regards. But that notwithstanding, the challenges that you are going to have as a small scale farmer is that, for example, you stock like 200 fish, 100 fish, and you are paying someone to look after 200 fish or just 100 fish. It is going to be a big challenge to you, because whether you are paying the same amount you pay for someone to look over 100 fish, you can also pay that same amount for someone to look over 10,000 fish. You can also pay someone such amount to look over 30,000 fish. So you are growing 100 fish in your farm and you are paying someone to look over it, all because you are working. You know that the profit that you're supposed to make from the fish, you can't really make it because you don't have much fish. I usually tell people, fish farming, just like every other business, is that the more your capital of investment, the more the return of investment. And that's why when people call me and ask me, how much please can I invest in fish farming, how much can I put in to start fish farming, I tell you, no amount is too big for fish farming. If you have up to 100,000, you can start very, very little, but I tell you won't gain much. Then if you have in millions, then you can also invest. There is no limit to investment at all. There is no limit to investment, and that is why most of there's no limit to investment. And I will tell you, in Fish Academy, we are doing our very best to ensure we deliver the best of what we can, especially in the coming year 2020. We are working out modalities. Most of the calls that you guys have been calling, you see, I'm the only one that have been receiving calls. I'm the one replying your messages and everything. there's a total reform that we are doing in Fish Academy to ensure we serve you better, especially coming year 2020, where we are going to tour around the country training people in various in fish farming. So as a small scale fish farmer, you have a challenge. And for example, you have just 100 fish and you want to call these guys that do buy in large quantity for them to come and move your fish. At times when you call them, they ask you, how many kg do you have? How many fish do you have? And you tell them 100 fish, and you see them, they turn it down because they are not just ready to come and pick 100 fish. These people, they buy fish in good quantity. So at times you face challenges selling your fish because you don't have it in good quantity. And in that regards, if you have 100 fish, all you need to do is just maybe you grow it to, either you are drying it yourself, you grow to dry. That will actually help you a lot. Or you grow it. If you are growing 100 fish, you may also grow it to 1 kg, where you can also sell to hotels, to people that do barbecue, the point and kill, or thereabout. But capturing the people that do buy in large quantity, the people that do buy to go and dry, is usually very, very impossible, calling them to come and buy just few fish from the farm. And then feeding for small scale fish farmers is somehow easy, but even if you have 100 fish in your farm, I still advise improvise. I still advise that you should try to at least still produce your own feed. Don't just depend 100% on the fish food you buy in the market. If not, you may not actually make the profit you are supposed to make from your fish farm. And there is much to it anyway. So you don't need to give up in this business. So many people, when they go into it, they give. Although from the calls I've been receiving, so many people that watch my channel and return to the farm are actually making profit, unlike what it was before. I've been saying I've visited farms that were closed down because they were not making profit. But after they started following us on Fish Academy, they went back to try again, and this time they are making profit from the business. So in case you are one of those people, you can also drop the comment using the comment section that maybe we have helped you return to business. Actually, fish farming is lucrative and profitable to any of you that have been calling, or you've not called and you want to know. Fish farming is profitable and is lucrative. And I do say you don't need to be scared. In Nigeria today, almost everybody want to go into fish farming. I want to let you know that Goodluck Jonathan have the biggest fish farm in Nigeria, in case you don't know, located in Abuja. And most of the governors that you see moving around with siren, they have farms. Most of the politicians, you see them moving around, they have farms, and then you sit at home. Farming in general is very, very profitable. You can imagine the former GCFR, the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, has his own farm, which I hope to visit one of these days. So you need to think of growing or having a farm, because the Nigerian population is increasing, growing to 200 million very soon. And you know what that means. To feed 200 million people, someone might decide not to buy a cloth throughout 6 months or for a year. Someone may decide not to buy electronics in a year. Someone may decide not to build in a year. But you know what? Every day you must eat. That's why farming is very, very profitable in this part of the world and across the globe. In China, in India, and it's really growing. So as I was trying to say, even if everybody are into fish farming, even if your neighbors, all your neighbors, your left, right, center neighbors are doing fish farming, I tell you, it's something that you should not be scared of, because I'm looking up to a nation where Nigeria will become one of the most exporter or highest exporter of fish to the world. That's what I'm looking at. So if your neighbor, if everybody should go into fish farming, and then it won't be a crime. What will government do is for government to look how they can help, and we export the fish out of the country, which so many farmers are exporting today. I've been opportune to meet with so many top fish farmers in Nigeria, and I've discussed with so many across the globe. So I know what is going on. So even if you're a student, I told you, while I was during my NYC Nigerian National Youth Service Corps, I was still into fish farming because I never wanted to work for anybody. And today I can tell you that I, Kufre Bama Francis, am comfortable with what I am doing. By the special grace of God, from my job, I bought my car. 2 years, less than a year after my NYSC, I will tell you guys my story in one of my videos. So you guys should not give up. Fight till you succeed. Do you have a child? Encourage him. Build a business, build a fish farm for your child so that they will take it over from there. Don't forget, farming is lucrative, especially that of the fish, and I encourage you to go into it. For those of you watching me from Oyo State, I want you to know that I'm still in Oyo, striking some good business deal that will help. When I relate to you through my channel, we help you in fish farming. I've been going around Nigeria. Most of the turning around Nigeria is for your own good, and I tell you, we'll keep working together till you succeed in fish farming. I remain your humble friend, Kofre Francis of Fish Academy. Till I come your way again, remain blessed.